Hey, it's because German or Demon Science. It's me, Speedpaints, coming to you in this video. I am doing Naruto characters as animals. Yeah. This is a game a little fun. I turned Naruto into Kurama, really, but each of the characters are actually specialists in this world, so there's that. And not just that, I also turned Naruto into a fox, so that's Kurama. I turned Rock Lee into a gorilla. And then I turned Sasuke into a snake, and the final one was Hinata as a bunny. And yeah, Rock Lee is the specialist for the gorillas. The specialist for the snakes is Sasuke, and the specialist for the bunnies is Hinata. So, for a launcher, let's get into this video. Let's go. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. Hey everyone, it's me, the domestic and monster interviewer. I also interview humans for our specialists in the monster and creature fields. This one is full of, this is some creatures that can only be found in one village of Japan known as Hidden Leaf. It's exactly what the name sounds like. It's a village that is hidden in a forest, hence the hidden leaf part of the name. Some other things. Everyone there can use some type of magic, but they call it chakra. And my brother can use it a little. He said, yeah, it's a little pain in the arse to deal with when you first start using it, but it's still a pain in the arse when you still can use it. Trust me, that was kind of a difficult guy to deal with. Every single one of these creatures is a pet to one other person. All of them are immensely powerful themselves. These creatures are sort of like anomalies of their breed because of how powerful they are. They're like 5 times more powerful than the average one. The average one can destroy a good city block, while these, like I'm saying, you can multiply that one by itself, and then that doubled, well, you can technically double that one, double the original, and then keep doubling it for 5 times. So, yeah, that's what I mean by 5 times more powerful. So, you can say they can destroy a good size of the city, and also they're relatively big, too. The first one is a race of creatures known as the nine-tailed fox demon fox. Creature name, nine-tailed fox demon Kurama. Common name is Kurama, and that's exactly what he is called as a creature too. But this fox is someone named Naruto's pet. He is soul bonded to it at a young age, and so, yeah, and people called him a demon because of what he could do with the creature's power. He also, let's just say, this thing is also related to a dragon my brother talked about. Also, I never introduced myself either. I am known as Yin and Yang. My name is literally Yin and Yang. Yin being my first, Yang being my middle. So, Karma and Yin and Yang. Kind of balanced. This creature is immensely powerful for a good chunk of reasons. Besides the fact that he can spew chakra bolts from its mouth, it can also use its tails as little whips. And trust me, it's powerful. And its full height, it stands up around 50 feet tall and around from head to the end of its the longest tail is around, I want to say around 60 feet, because it's been hard because the tails are always flailing around. But it mostly stays down to a smaller form, only around 5 feet long. Well, no, 6 feet long and 5 feet tall. Thing actually it's smaller than that. It's about the size of an average fox, but just double that actually, and give it 9 tails. That's pretty much what it looks like. It's mostly distinct for it being close to this Naruto guy so often. I've talked to him, and he is a specialist of them all. He says, yeah, my parents were both killed by this little guy, but he was being controlled by someone else. And it turns out he's actually the oldest of this race. He might appear to be relatively weak, but trust me, when he's soul bonded, or since they soul bonded, Kurama's personality has changed so much. From a destructive force to a really nice guy. I've actually was able to play with him for a little bit, and he is acting like an overgrown sized puppy. Well, if that's the best way I can put it. The thing's very cute, to be honest. And it's actually able to talk, which is kind of freaky. But since they're soul bonded, Naruto has an extended lifespan. And I forgot to mention, these things can live well over 5,000 years. So, yeah, and they're hard to kill. Kurama's pretty much triple that. So, yeah, let's get to the next one. The second one we're looking at is a gorilla. Usually a gorilla can only be found in jungles or something like that, but this is a weird one known as the rock-fisted gorilla, or better known as rock gorilla. This one is owned by a guy known as Lee, and he calls his gorilla Rock Lee because, and Rock Lee is one name with a hyphen between it. So it's Rock-Lee. This one has similar abilities to every single one of them. It has some bone-like protrusions from its knuckles. Well, it's technically its knuckle area. But the reason why this one is so powerful is that these gorillas are able to use this fighting style that allows them to use their own chakra to imbue their fists in a destructive attack, which is pretty impressive. But this one takes it a step further. Lee actually can't use any chakra or anything like that. But what he can do is taijutsu. What he's able to do is, let's just say, he can punch and kick really hard. He was able to kick through solid stone. And that thing was around 5 feet thick. So, yeah. And he managed to teach his gorilla that. And also the gorilla has a human-like face, which is kind of freaky. All these gorillas do. And what this gorilla can do, it pretty much triples its attack power. So, yeah. And this thing's lifespan has been actually lengthened. They usually live around 2,000 years, and he can live around closer to 10,000. So, yeah. And also, he spars with it sometimes, and he let me spar with it for a few minutes. I'm a pretty decently built guy, for the record. So, and it takes a lot to hurt me. But when I punched the thing in the chest, I felt my hand break. Like, literally, punched him hard as I can. Yeah! The thing... Sorry. The thing broke my hand. I asked him why is that, and after he said something about their biology, and I later did some research, and yes, turns out these things, not just their knuckles, but their entire body is hard as rock. So, yeah. Let's go to the next one. I just wanted to say that I did have a lot of fun making this video. But I think that the face on the what was the Kurama fox. The reason why it's so evil looking is because of the name. Nine-tailed fox, demon Kurama. The way the ears are and the mouth is, I thought that would give it more of a demon looking face, so I went with that. And also I was a little tired while working on the sketches, so yeah. And also I find the last one of this video, the Hinata Bunny one, is a little too simple, but I still really like it. Now let's get back into this video. Let's go. This next one might seem like your regular snake, well, constrictor, but there's two things that are different. One, the bladed tail at the end of it, and two, its eyes. Naruto introduced me to someone known as Sasuke, a friend/rival of his, that has something called a Sharingan. It can do a few things like minor illusions, hypnosis, and a few other things. I forget. This snake has it too. These snakes are this snake is known. This type of snake is known as the blade-tailed constricting boa Sharingan snake, or the most common name, blade-tailed Sharingan snake. This one, the reason why it's blade-tailed, is because it has a biological blade at the end of its tail. So that makes it a even nastier thing to fight. And it is able to constrict around its prey and squeeze the life out of it. But most times, it's known to slither around in trees and leap down, and sometimes slash its opponents using its tail. But if it's having to eat someone that's bigger than it, and the thing's struggling a whole lot, it uses the hypnosis ability from its Sharingan in order to hypnotize them to loosen up, and then it squeezes the life out of them. Yeah, and I actually managed to get one of these. He told me that they are relatively common around here, but it's actually really hard to find them, even though they're so common. The only way to train one is actually to get from a specialist and get a license for it. Since I'm an interviewer, my brother's a hunter. We have a reputation as people that will kill creatures or just study them, but in reality, we actually care about them. He's actually a cataloger as well, so yeah, he has a license that allows him to get any pet he wants, but it's still a pain to get them because you still have to fill out all the paperwork and all that. You need to add the type of creature to your card. Right now, I just have a dragon and a golem elemental, and now I have that snake added to my card. Yeah, it's a pain to deal with. That's all I have, the information for these. But for the record, I do have another piece I just learned and remembered. They grow about 15 feet long. So yeah, let's go to the next one. Now this last one I just had to get because of the fact it's a bunny. It's so cute. Trust me, it's a very adorable bunny. But don't let that cuteness fool you. It has a weird pattern on its side, and that's the reason why they can only be found in the Hidden Leaf Village, is because everyone in this area was, the logo for it was actually inspired from the unique marking on these bunnies. It's a little swirl with a little pointed tip to it. And these bunnies have claws that are always out, and they have a some type of eye disorder that was thought, but later on that was learned to be the Byakugan. And speaking of it, their name is Chakra Point Seeing Byakugan Bunny. And the most common name is Byakugan Bunny. And Hinata is actually is the specialist I talked to, and she's Naruto's girlfriend. So yeah, she told me a few things about them. That one, they can weigh around 20 pounds each time, and they are sometimes mistaken for harmless little creatures, but in reality, they have been known to take out those rock-fisted gorillas I talked about earlier. And that scared the living crap out of me. So, yeah, but they're still relatively harmless, unless you piss one off. And I also managed to get one of these. Usually that and the snake would fight all the time, but my two seem to actually get along relatively well. I call my snake Shin'en because of the Sharingan, and I call my bunny Bio because of the Byakugan. So yeah, that's all the information I got on them. Well, that's all the time I got for today's video. Until next time, subscribe to Adrian's Pack Story or Demon Lance. Goodbye and peace out.